We love coming to Cannes. We've been coming since 2012 when we were Marketeer of the Year at Cannes. And we've really now, it's an annual must in our calendar. And the main reason is inspiration. I think, you meet these fabulous leaders in our industry, agency side, client side, and actually learning and sharing about our shared issues, the opportunities we can build together and collaborate together with is just an amazing privilege to be here, honestly.
So I wanted to ask you about accountability. There's some talk about accountability in marketing, and everybody wants to know what works and why it doesn't work and maybe why certain parts might be broken. But I wanted to ask you, as a CMO, what does accountability in marketing mean to you?
Okay, accountability in marketing to me means growth. Ultimately, I think marketing are the growth architects of the business, and everything we do should inspire, lead and shape towards that growth vision. And so, my ambition for marketeers and how I try to build capability in my organisation is certainly that we expect our marketeers to be enterprise-wide leaders and to really influence the growth agenda at the board.
So, and the ANA is very committed to that. So this is kind of a general question, but
Yes.
what factors motivate growth? I mean, it's not just a bigger ad spend, is it, or maybe more salespeople? I mean, there's so many aspects to it. What are the generators of growth?
Yeah, so we've made that a bit of a life mission to identify what are the key levers of growth at Mars. And actually, we're a very evidence-based marketing company. So we've worked with a lot of external institutes, like the Ehrenberg Bass Institute, for example, with Wharton, and we've really studied how do categories grow, how do brands grow across about 50 categories in the world. And from that, we've really tried to distill a very clear philosophy of growth, which of course advertising plays a big part in, but it's certainly not the only lever for growth. So we've codified our philosophy of growth that we call the laws of growth into an operating model, which identifies all the key levers we think that grow categories and grow our brands. And our whole business now, cross-functionally, is geared towards driving into that operating model for growth.
Great, and what are your hopes for, or recommendations to the big brands as they, go through this interesting time where there's a lot of upstarts coming up?
Yeah.
Any advice to either the upstart brands or the established brands?
Sure. Well, it's interesting actually because we've all heard the headlines of, are big brands dead? Is advertising, mass advertising no more? And, the question we asked ourselves as an evidence-based marketing company is what is real changing dynamics in the marketplace that we need to address and what is hashtag fake news? And, what we've done is we've, again, taken a data-based approach to that and looked at what is driving category growth. We've looked across our 20 top markets and we've looked across 35 categories. And what we found on average is that about 50% of the category growth is being driven still by big scale brands, and about 50% of the category growth is being driven by small, more disruptive, often digital players. Now, that is a dynamic we need to respond to. But what I would say is that big brands are certainly not dead. There are big brands that are winning and there are big brands that are losing. And I think to win, we really have to harness what we know drives growth, so mass penetration, mass reach, mass distribution, but we also have to be very agile and innovative to respond to the new digital age.